So this is Superflight, a game I just bought on Steam. It is a very simplistic flight simulator, I suppose, with quite realistic physics engine. I find if I go up too high, I will stall, and I need to drop down to get speed up again. Turning is a matter of speed as well. Can't turn very fast without speed, but with speed, turn quite quickly and quite sharply. And the objective of the game is to fly as close to things that go through portals as well, as close to the terrain as possible to gain points and combos to make higher points. Also flying through gaps gets you better points. We'll have a go at doing that now, but it might go disastrously wrong. No, we're good. I won't try again now. And yeah, that is the objective of the game. Now, there are no missions. Oop, there's no speed there. There are no storylines. I think that's fairly obvious to see from the design of the game. There is no objectives. You simply fly around in any style you wish, trying to beat your own high score, which I've just done. That portal. Oh, hang on, these new portals, these are different colour. Makes no difference. The terrains are all pretty similar. Different colours, different backgrounds. Lots of bumps. Some of them are a bit more trickier than others. You can go into the central parts of some of them and it's almost impossible to find your way out again. So it's not worth the risk. You're essentially looking for holes in the sides that are quite easy to get through. Another portal. Right, this one doesn't look too bad as long as you've got the right speed. Don't want to dive too far though, because if you do, you can't get back up again. There's no thermal uplifts or such things, and you'll find that if you sink too far to the bottom of the map, in fact we'll do that now, I'm not too bothered about my high score. We'll go to the bottom of the map, you'll find that the island is floating, there's no connective rocks or anything supporting it, and if you go too low, this starts to happen. Everything fades to white, and boom, you're back to the top again. I'm not sure if it resets the score actually, now I mention it. The same can be said for the terrain in the map. Now, it looks like there's a lot of terrain. It looks like it's a really big map. However, it isn't. That is all for show. None of that is accessible. This here, this central piece, is the only accessible part. And while it is quite big, it's not really. It is a little bit deceptive, I find, because you feel like you could fly over here. But let's just have a look and see what happens if we do that. You can actually get as far as this one, but then, boom. Oh, we've changed map as well, which is a bit strange. So that can be a little bit deceptive, a little bit disappointing. Now, on the store page, you'll see that the designer has a little video up that suggests that he is trying to capture the essence of wingsuits and GoPros, the videos that you can see on YouTube. I don't know about you, but I often find that the most entertaining part of a GoPro wingsuit, the essence of that is that you are essentially journeying from one place to another by the power of flight, which is something that is interesting to watch, whereas this is just going round and round a piece of floating terrain. There's no route to take as such. Finally crashed. There's no route that you can take, there's no pathway I feel that's what is interesting about wingsuits, is that they can get from one place to another via the most exciting route possible, whereas this is just, oops, this is less about the route, more about the excitement, but without the route, the excitement feels a bit shallow. So I mean, I can go around any way I like, and after a while it just gets a little bit boring, I have to admit. And it is relaxing. Those are the most prominent reviews on Steam at the minute, how relaxing a game is to play. That there's no objectives, that you just do what you want. You can fly around peacefully, or you can try and beat your score. Notice there that I can't go directly down. I couldn't go vertically down at a steep angle. There is a... It doesn't feel like you're going straight down anyway. You can't go straight down a tunnel. Oops. And it is easy to crash. Too easy to crash. I mean, an element of bumping off the wall a couple of times might have made it a bit more interesting. Just to give you a little bit of leeway, a little bit of... Ooh, that was very close. I would have liked that, but then you are relying on luck a lot of the time as well. A lot of people say it's about skill, and watching this you probably think I am rubbish at it, and I very likely I am. In fact, let's just assume that I am very rubbish at this. But there is an essence of skill, an essence of luck that governs this game. You might get lucky and make a turn. You might find yourself in the right piece of terrain at the right time, but essentially if you go too deep inside these things, let's try it now actually, you run out of speed, and that was it. I couldn't navigate my way out of those tunnels. Whoops. The temptation to try and do crazy stunts gets the better of you after a while, and you end up crashing quite a lot. This is a new one. This one's a strange one. It's all tall and very thin. Let's see if we can get some really good combos going. Ooh, run out of speed there. Whoa! Oh, see. I'm using an Xbox controller on this, in case anybody's wondering. You don't use mouse. You can use the keys, but I'm finding it much easier to use a control pad. The Xbox control pad being my favourite. So, and you only use the one stick, and that's it. You use the A button to start the game again if you die. But other than that, it's just left analog stick all the way. No other control input whatsoever. If you use the keys, it's the same thing. You use the keys to manoeuvre, nothing else. Spacebar is your enter, accept button. Let's get some speed up. So, while I think that this game is a little bit short-lived, a little bit dull, I think it has some great potential. I do hope that the developer is still working on the game. I didn't read enough into it to be able to tell you whether it is or not, but I think there's a lot of potential here. Added missions, perhaps new types of wingsuits, new terrain. I think there is an option to create your own terrain. In fact, let me have a look now. Maps, yep, create map. Not something I want to do now. But you know, that could be something interestingly to do with a community based around this game. But I honestly think that this could have a lot of potential. It is cheap. It's not cost me a lot of money. It is on sale at present, although that's probably not going to be the case for anybody watching this video. Whoops. But at the same time, I do feel that I've played it for about an hour now. Mostly sort of prepping to do this video, but I don't feel that it is going to keep me, it's not going to interest me enough to come back. I have plenty of things to do with my time, game-wise, than to play a game that doesn't feel like it has a point to it. Now, controversial opinion, I know. Some people just like to play games for the sake of playing games, but I do like to have an objective. I do like to have a mission. Oops. Oh, even challenges. I'll even accept challenges. So until that gets included, I probably won't pick this game up again. I will keep it. I won't refund it. I won't think about it. I'm well within my rights to, because it is. I've not played it for the 2 hours that Steam requires, and I've only just bought it, so I could technically get my money refunded. It wouldn't really be worth it at this point, though. Worth the time, I suppose. So I'll keep it, because I'm not that way inclined. I know some people would be. I'd probably see it as they've paid for a demo, but now they can get their money back. But ultimately, I'm not going to recommend it at this point to anybody. I mean, if you find it interesting from what I have said, or from the gameplay that I have shown you, then by all means go and get it. But I'm personally not going to recommend it. I think there is more needed to it. The game is highly rated and got a lot of positive reviews on Steam, but at the minute I'm not going to be one of those people. I'm not going to leave a review, because I don't believe they deserve a negative review, but I don't believe they deserve another positive review added on top. So I'm just gonna leave it as it is. Right. Well, not much else to say with regards to the game, but I would just like to say that with regards to my channel, I started this channel as an ASMR channel back in 2011, and I have not been massively successful, let's be honest. I have become a victim of the adpocalypse of YouTube, but I am not going to give up just yet. I'm going to see if I can keep this going. As you can probably tell, for anybody who is a fan of mine, I have started to move away from the ASMR world slightly. ASMR is a little bit of... it's a bit of a strange beast, really. The ASMR community appears now to be made up of people, mostly women, who like to dress quite provocatively and do quite sexy videos. Now, there's nothing wrong with that at all. The fact that ASMR has become that is not really beneficial to me and my channel, because it takes a lot away from me. I get a lot of compliments for my videos of the past, videos that have tried to be slightly different from the usual cranial nerve exam videos. I've tried to do things that have been more slightly educational, slightly different, and I have to admit, over the past few years I have neglected my channel, but that has been down to the fact that after starting my channel I started a family and my priorities changed somewhat, so I'm sure my small fandom will forgive me for that, and I am going to try and make an effort to make weekly videos at the minute. This one it's low effort, I'll be honest with you, and there have been a couple of low effort videos, but I am, if I'm honest, trying to keep on top of the YouTube criteria, the once one video a week release to stay in the system, to play the game almost. Oops. But I do have some good videos coming up, don't fret. It's just my latest video is probably my most ambitious video yet, and it is taking a long time to prep, so you'll have to excuse me, but I'm sure it will be worth it, because it is, as far as I can tell, it will be a very unique, one-of-a-kind video that will benefit people who like to listen to my voice when they're trying to sleep, benefit people who like to listen to foreign languages, hint hint, especially dead ones, hint hint hint, and people who like history. Whoops. So I'm not going to say any more on that. Keep watching. It should be out soon. I'm basically trying to learn a language that is a dead language, and is, when I say trying to learn it, I'm trying to learn it fluently enough to be able to speak a script and nothing more. I'm not going to be able to hold a conversation in it. My pronunciations might be off, but I'm sure I can be forgiven, and that there won't be many people around to prove me wrong because it's a dead language. Anyway, so for anybody who is still listening, for anybody who is interested, stay tuned. I will keep releasing videos. I would be very grateful to any of you if you could share my videos, like my videos, and subscribe. Just give me some hope, really, that I can beat the adpocalypse, so to speak. Okay, well, thank you all for listening. Thank you all for people who have been following me for a long time. I appreciate you very much, and I do hope that you stick around, and I do hope that I can stick around. So I appreciate any feedback at all. So thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.